Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel here. If you're new, like, comment, and subscribe. This is only my second video, so if you want to find out more about me, go back to the first one. And what we're going to talk about today is how I am combating racism as I've seen it in my life and the ways that we can fight against it, because there is genuine racism in the world. The way the social justice warriors portray it, and the way it's shown by the mainstream media don't necessarily fit the truths of it. I don't believe, number one, that it's something systemic and something that is the norm. I believe there are racist people out there, there's bad actors, and those people should be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. I pretty much ascribe to the theory that Ben Shapiro always states whenever somebody says that he is a racist with internalized oppression due to his white privilege, rather. I should really start scripting these things, and hopefully that kind of stuff won't happen. And that his privilege blinds him and keeps him from being able to see the oppression surrounding him. What he says to anybody at his talks that makes those statements is, well, you've got to give me something to fight. You can't just say it's systemic without proving it. You can't just make those claims. You have to give me a case to fight. And when I heard that, I thought about it, and I said it made a lot of sense. And it was what I decided to live my life by. And recently I've been given the opportunity to put my money where my mouth is. But before we get to that, I want to answer a question from last Friday's video that was asked on the Think Like a Cop Facebook group by a guy named John. John asked me about my feelings towards disability benefits for people that are profoundly disabled and cannot work at all, and like honest to goodness cannot, and how I felt about those people receiving benefits, and did I think that they should not receive benefits. My answer to that is, of course they should get benefits. We are supposed to help the weak and the elderly and the sick. That's what we do here in this country. We help people. And so they deserve to get care. They deserve to have a good standard of life. And of course we should help them. There's also a large segment of disabled people that work and are employed and are still receiving benefits. There's nothing wrong with that either. When you're working and you're putting in, you're paying into society, you're paying your taxes, and you need some extra help, I support that 110%. I think that's fantastic. My beef is with people that do nothing and openly declare that they do nothing and still feel that they are owed something anyhow, just for the fact that they exist. And as a conservative, that stands against every value I hold dear. All right, on to the racism. A couple weeks ago, a friend of mine had a contact with a law enforcement officer that was accusing him of something that he didn't do. He didn't fit the description of the actor as it was described by the victim. By no means fit this description, and the officer had sent him a link to a very racist article about the situation. Next time I see my buddy, I'm going to ask him if he can send me that link so that I can put it in this video. But it's really horrible, and it's what made me decide ultimately to speak out after I witnessed this officer violating jurisdiction and coming into a place where she had no business being. At least she wasn't working in tandem with the law enforcement agency that had jurisdiction over that area. And when my buddy went to the police department to file a complaint, they said that he couldn't file one because that officer said she wasn't there. So she lied about it, and I don't know if she knows that I witnessed it, but I did. And I'm going to speak out on his behalf. Because, actually, it's funny, I completely forgot to mention, but he's a black guy, and he feels that it was racially motivated. And after the article that he was sent by this officer, I feel that there was some racial motivation to it too. And for all the good cops out there, which there are many, tens of thousands of good law enforcement officers out there that wake up every day, put their feet on the floor with the intention of keeping our community safe. And it's these bad apples, these bad actors, these people that feel that they can circumvent what is true and right and just and do something horrible to somebody with no other reason than the melanin content of their skin. I think that's horrific. I don't think it's systemic, but there's my individual act. There's the specific thing you can fight, and I am doing as Ben Shapiro said, putting my money where my mouth is. I'm going to be working with my friend's lawyer in this, and we're going to see that justice is served, and served in a legal way, following the process, and doing what's right. We're not going to have riots. There's not going to be beatings. There's going to be zero violence involved in any of this. It's all by the letter of the law. And that's my feelings on that. We're going to have more videos this week. We're going to cover a variety of different topics. On Friday, I plan on doing my blind man's favorite everyday carry weapon. We're going to talk about that, and it's probably going to turn into a series on disability and firearms as well. I thought it's something that people might be interested in, and so I'm hoping to tackle it. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to watch. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends on Facebook, Twitter. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.